Hello, 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 lovely people. I am back. This time for a humongous, I repeat, a humongous free comic book day pickups. I know it's been a couple of weeks since free comic book day, but boy, do I have some piles and piles of comic books for you today. Just as a teaser, there's a whole bunch of signed comics I managed to pick up for super cheap. I got some comic books signed in person. I picked up some keys, a couple of, I don't know if they're keys or minor keys, but they're key comics, first appearances, and a whole stack of free comics. Humongous. Now, I don't know what it's like in America, but here in Australia, there's only a couple of stores around Sydney anyway that did free comic book day, but there's usually a limit on how many comics you can pick up, which kind of makes sense because then you'll have to deal with, if everyone got to have one of each comic, then there probably wouldn't be a lot there, unless they print more, of course. But, so usually they're like 4 to 6 comics, depending on where you go, that you can pick from, and that's your maximum. But if you play your cards right, you can get a gigantic stack like I did. Some I've bagged and boarded because I just haven't had a chance to bag and board the gigantic stack I got. So here we go, let's get through it. Again, a lot. Grumble and Goon. So there we go, there's that one. Some of these are key issues that I'm finding out slowly. The Alien Saga, or Zagor. So there we go. I will eventually bag and board all these because I do that with all. You never know in the future with like the Umbrella Academy that's like skyrocketed now. You never know. And then the Justice League New 52 free comic book day is the first appearance of one of the Green Lanterns. Can't remember. Atlantic Press Punchline. Dragonfly and Dragon Man. Again, I have so many of these comics. Street Fighter. So go. Let me know which ones you were keen for. Let me know how many you got to pick up. Defend comics. Never even heard of all this sort of deal. Under the Moon, like a Catwoman tale. I think it's a novel that they turned into a thingamabobby. Oh, I thought that was like a thick one there. Funny Pages. Let me know if your comic book didn't even have half of this stuff, because I know some comic book stores didn't get the whole list of free comics. They just got given what they got given. Another one of those. Another Deadly Class. I got a whole bunch of these ones. Interceptor by Donny Cates. So this was a part of Heavy Metal magazine, and then they Vault now have. So this is the first Interceptor in Vault. I think it's the same story, but they've just transferred comic book companies. So there's another one of those. And The Descendants. And then here's some ones I have bag and boarded. So Spider-Man. So this is a lead-in to the Venom story that's going to happen at the end of the year. August, I think, maybe. Here is apparently they're saying this is the first appearance of the Savage Avengers. So they came out about the same time, so I don't know how that works. But anyway, maybe they printed these first because it's a preview. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, because Savage Avengers came out the week before that. So I don't know. Another one of these. Ninja Turtles. 35 years of Ninja Turtles. Now I thought this one was going to be a crossover, the Buffy Firefly. I thought it would be like this epic crossover between the two companies, but no, it's two separate stories in it. So there's a Firefly story and a Buffy story. I thought, oh, they managed a way to cross them over, but sadly not. That would have been epic. Sport number 1. Presume they just reprinted this with a Matina cover so they can, because of the movie. Captain Canuck, my yearly Captain Canuck free comic book day. There, this is the only time we see this comic book here in Australia, is at free comic book day. I don't think they do a run of anything else. But there's a new Captain Canuck, so this is the first appearance of a new Captain Canuck. Vampirella. So the new story starts here. So we go. Dark Age. Plus Afterburn. And then finally, I know this is a first appearance. H1 Ignition. Mark Wade and his company. He started this H1 Ignition, I guess. I don't know. But this is sort of a new sort of. I guess it's I kind of flicked through it. It's kind of like X-Men, I guess, esque. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know anything about that. Anyway, that's the gigantic pile of free comics I got. Alright. So, let's go through. So, one of the stores had 50% off all their back issues. Another store had 25%, but you never got the 25%. It was only on selected things, and it was terrible. It was just probably I don't know. We couldn't work out what the 25% off was, but that's what they claimed, falsely. Anyway, so one of the comic book stores, I got 2 of these. First appearance of Trinary, the X-Men Trinary. So, X-Men Red number 2. So there we go. This one is a first appearance of the Shazam family from the Shazam movie. Now there's like a whole bunch of Shazams. Well, you know, the Shazam family. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, Justice League New 52. Number 8 is the first appearance of the Shazam family. So there you go. And I just realised that this is a Jim Lee cover. The Art Trinity, Jim Lee, Williams, and Sink. So there you go, Jim Lee cover. Now here's all my signed comics that I got. I managed to pick these up for half price each. This is insane. Oh, actually no. Before I get to that, at the other store, because I just discovered this one, I got the Eastman cover for Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. What a cool cover. So there we go. Yeah, I really like the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover. I don't know how the cartoon's going to go, but I really do like the comic books. Anyway, now back to the signed comics. I got these for half price. I found these, dug around for them, and here we go. This one is She and Cyblade. Okay, there is the signature, 199 out of 1500. I don't even know what comic company that is, but it's got a certificate of authenticity by Jimmy Palmioto. I don't know how to pronounce that. There you go, 199. So we go. That is the first one. Again, if you can let me know what that comic book company is, it is. I can't even read it, so we'll just roll with it. This one is. Oh no, we'll get to that one. Actually, no, we'll do it. Another She comic book by the same. Oh, it's called Crusade Comic Company. Never even heard of it. Anyway, there's 3 or 4. No, 3 signed signatures. Or is that printed? Yeah, that's printed. So these 2 are there, and it is $6.49 out of $2,500. Certificate Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palamiotto. So sweet Joe Quesada signature there. And these are all in great condition. I don't know if you noticed, but they're all in amazing condition for their age. I hate to think how old these are, but these are in like mint condition. This one is, I can tell by the, it's Journey number 2. Aspen, oh no, Journey 2, 10? I don't know, whatever. T. Cruel. So this is signed by him right there. Retailer incentive signed by J.T. Cruel. And certificate of authenticity by Aspen themselves, and it's a 32 out of 200. There's only 200 of these signed in the world. 200. That is insane. And it is, again, also in mint condition. Like, there is nothing, or maybe slight, it's hard to see, but, because the window's open, but like, a slight spine tick there, but that's it. That is insane. Says here on the back, oh, it is Journey number 2. Personally autographed by the series creator, J.T. Cruel. So he created the Journey series. And then lastly, this one we kind of have to, oh no, not lastly, but from this run, kind of have to piece together a few different things. And this is Ash. And it's like got a sort of foil cover here, Event Fahrenheit number 1. The She one, oh, the She is a number 1. This one's a number, that's a number 1, and the other She one is a number 1. So, number 1s and signed, and then this one's Ash. Now, on the back has a certificate of authenticity. So there's one signature, they're in gold sort of pen. But it doesn't name who it is. So it's out as, well, it's number 1657. It just says one of the specialty limited series of 3,000. Oh, that's 3,000. But it doesn't say who signed it. It's got a foil thing here. Something Dynamic Force seal. Ah, there you go. Dynamic Force. So, based upon the ones I already have, I know that, from what I have here before, Joe Quesada, the Jimmy Palomino Money Manor, because again, on the back, it says who the signatures are. So, based upon some, you know, detective work, that's Jimmy Palomiotti, I can't pronounce the name, and then that's Joe Quesada, his signature. So there we go. These are some, and this is a number 1 too. Did I say that? I can't remember. So here we go. These are some killer, I got these for a steal. I got these for a ridiculous amount of money. And then lastly, I got these signed by the person who created this cover. So I got Action Comics 1000. This cover was created by, oh no, I'm going to have a mental blank of her name. Oh no, I can't remember her name. Oh no. I don't know, she's an Aussie girl. I can't remember her name. This is mental, this is dumb. But anyway, there's her signature there. What is her name? I'm going to have to put it on the screen below, because it's going to annoy me. And then, yep, so there's that one. And then I got her to sign Batman 1000, because she did this cover too. And then there's her signature. Like, there's no certificate of authenticity, but you can match it up with the printed signature of hers there. So just because it's above it, and it's the same on the other one as well. You can match it up. Who's who? What is her name? Alright, I'm going to have to cut that because it's going to really annoy me. Ah, I just remembered. Nicola Scott. It's Nicola Scott. There we go. Nicola Scott. Didn't have to Google. Nicola Scott. So there we go. Simon Nicola Scott. So I got a huge sign haul. I got a whole bunch of free comic book days. I got a couple of keys. I don't know if you call them keys, but there we go. So I think it was pretty successful this year. I'm sorry this video dragged on a long time, but it was pretty successful. I really enjoyed it. And so let me know in the comments below what your free comic book day experience was like. Let me know in the comments below what was your killer pickups. Yeah, because I know a lot of stores around the world have sales on during that time. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Alright, be sure to watching. I got another mail time coming up. I'm just waiting for a couple more to come in the mail, and then I got some more recent pickups as well. So more comic books coming your way very soon. Anyway, until then, bye!